Hi guys, it's me Ty here, coming from Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and today I'm going to give you guys my review on the Morodok Techo National Stadium, and that is where they held the Asian Games. I believe it was in 2023. They're like the Olympics here for Southeast Asia, and it is amazing how massive this place is. What I ended up doing was I walked from Riverside over to the first bridge, and I walked across, and then there's a bus stop over by Lucky Express Supermarket, and I hopped on the bus for 1,500 Cambodia real, so less than 50 cents, and I rode it all the way out there. And um, at first, it looked like all the gates were closed when I got off at the bus stop, but I just kept walking, and there was one smaller gate open. And I talked to the security guard, and I asked if I could come in and look at the stadium and everything. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's fine." So you actually have to walk in quite a ways. And I walked up all the stairs, and you could peer into the stadium a little bit, but all of the staircases that went up to the higher levels and on the main floor, they all had the metal gates shut or whatever. So I started walking around the entire stadium, and like I said, it's just massive. It's like a coliseum, and it holds 60,000 people. And finally, I got to one side of it, and I saw that two of the gates were open. It turned out the cleaners were in there, and they were like waxing the floors or whatever. And I asked them if I could walk in quick and just peer or whatever, and they're like, "Yep, sure." So I just walked in and I kind of peered over the handrails. I never actually walked all the way down to the football field down there, just because I was worried that the workers, with how massive it is, that of them to keep track of me if they need to go home or they need to move on to a different business or whatever, if they're just about done with their job there at the stadium. But when I peered down in there, it was actually three levels of seating. On each end, there's actually um, seats that are encased in a glass room or whatever. So it must be like the VIP people. There are, I believe it was three TV screens out there. So on one end there was two of them, and then on the other end there was a really massive one right in the middle. And so then after I walked out of there, then their other huge building right next to there is their big aquatic center, and that's where they host like their Olympic uh, swimming competitions or whatever. So I went over there, and it looked like it was all tied up or whatever, but I heard kids like screaming and stuff inside or whatever, having fun. And so I walked all the way around one end, and I finally saw that one door was open or whatever. And it turns out that complex is split right in half. On one half, they actually have two like Olympic-sized swimming pools, and they don't have diving boards, but they have the um, things where the Olympic swimmers jump off them, to get where they kick their leg back or whatever. They wouldn't let me go into that room, but I was able to walk up to the gates there and kind of peer into there. But on the very end of it is a smaller swimming pool. Instead of running lengthwise like the Olympic sized ones, it runs horizontal. And they actually have the kickoff pads too for swimmers to jump in. So it must be like for the really young ones that they're getting ready for the Olympics. And so I asked them if I could come in and tour that, and it was just packed. It was the grade schoolers and the high schoolers, and um, walked around there, checked out the pool, and it didn't say the depth on it or anything. And they had lots of lifeguards there, and then there was like three girls sitting at the table or whatever that take tickets or whatever if you want to go swimming in there. And I asked her, what's the depth of it? And she said, like, 3 point some meters. And I pulled out my calculator and I calculated it, and it came out to a little over 4 feet deep. So it's the same depth all the way across it. And I was like, how much does it cost? And she's like, it's only $1. And she's like, we're open from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. So 7 hours. And she's like, we're not open on weekdays, only on Saturdays and Sundays is when they open that. So um, this is the cheapest place to go swimming, obviously, because it's only $1. Because I was thinking, I kind of miss swimming, and I know that over by Aeon Mall 1, they do have a swimming pool. It's outdoor and everything. and they charge us $6, and that is without a locker and without a towel. So I think this is a pretty good thing there, and especially with it's being way out of town. It's at least $6 just to get out there if you took a tuk-tuk. But if you're taking the public bus, only 50 cents to get out there and 50 cents to get back home. So it's a pretty good day there when it's really hot and you would just kind of lounge around in the pool all day. So um, yeah, that should about do it for that one. So oh, and also it's a really nice ride out there too, you guys, because when I was riding the bus back, we had to go back to Phnom Penh Safari, the zoo there. We went through there, and it was like 2:30 or 3 o'clock, and all eight of their elephants, they had the trainers with them, but they were all out there in like the grassland where the trees outside the property, that like really undeveloped property out there, where like all the sloughs are and everything, and the elephants were walking up the trees and grabbing the green mangoes out of the trees and eating them. So I tell you guys what, those elephants are happy as heck, and they um, yeah, they're getting fed plenty when when they're out there grazing on the pretty much rangeland out there in the open, undeveloped land there. And yeah, and then one of the female elephants there, she was peeing on the road or whatever, because and I saw that one of the workers, he was scrubbing her front legs or whatever, and I thought he was using a garden hose on her, but nope, she was peeing, and he was scrubbing off the front legs. So I, I don't think he had a 5 gallon bucket. I don't know what was going on there, but they do clean those elephants too, you guys. And then I saw the two big ones with the carriages on the back. They were in a separate like little slough area out there grazing, and then as all the other ones that didn't have the carriages on them, they were assorted all over the different places. They're eating grass, eating palm leaves, and like I said, eating mangoes. So all right, if you guys like this content, like, share, and subscribe, and I will keep kicking out these videos here from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Take care.